If you're a real estate investor that buys homes to rent, you need to watch this video. In a recent interview of Don Mullen of Pretium Partners, featured in Bloomberg, Don Mullen talks about how he is going to put you out of business. So listen up. In the first quarter of 2022, a third of all of the homes in the United States were purchased by corporate real estate investors who want to hold them to rent. Pretium Partners has purchased $21 billion worth of single-family homes to rent since 2012. They are one of the biggest players in the space and one of the biggest competitors of mom and pop real estate investors like you. Here are some interesting excerpts from this article that will blow your mind. In one instance, Mullen says, listen, this thing's going to end up with public REITs, asset securitization, and some people will own 50,000 houses. Like credit derivatives, when we built that business, you could see how you could scale it. You could see how you could build volume. You could see how it'd be much more attractive than cash. This is the same thing. The whole thing's modeled after my credit derivatives trading desk. He goes on to say, everybody in the real estate business thinks every piece of real estate is unique. Every house is one of a kind. Snow is a perfect metaphor for this. Every snowflake is truly unique, but when you put a lot of it together, it's just a white pile. We said, quote, what do we want to buy? We want to buy 2,000 square foot houses built in the 21st century, preferably in a homeowners association with a 2-car garage, a front and backyard, not on the corner. Now you just unleash the computer to analyze every house for sale in 22 markets every 15 minutes. And it's like equity trading with computers, right? Here's where he specifically talks about how he's going to put you out of business. Quote, within the single family rental space, you're going to see the smaller people fall by the wayside because it's so hard to access houses the way we've done. He also goes on to say, I expect to see more consolidation in single family rentals with the big guys getting bigger over time. Remember when I said that 30% of all the single family homes in the United States were purchased by corporate real estate investors in the first quarter of 2022? Well, imagine what that has done to prices. In all of the cities where these corporate real estate investors have been super active, it has resulted in pushing up the prices. So when prices go up to the point where they're no longer affordable for people to buy homes to live in, well, what are they forced to do? They're forced to rent. And what are these guys doing? They're buying homes to rent. There are thousands and thousands of corporate real estate investment groups like Pretium Partners out there that are looking for single family homes to rent. And they're not only buying single family homes to rent that are existing, they're building homes to rent as well. There are more homes under construction for rent right now than there are for regular homeowners. If this sounds pretty diabolical, or if it sounds like sort of a master plan, don't doubt that it is. But don't give up. I mean, how do you compete? That's the moral of this story. As a real estate investor, how do you prevent the likes of Don Mullen putting you out of business, which is what he thinks he's going to do? Well, number one, you need to take advantage of all of the technology, the applications and the software that are out there at your fingertips that you can utilize to use to compete with the likes of Don Mullen and his team. And then the second thing is you need to be very well capitalized. Groups like this have billions of dollars behind them. So get the names of all of your local hard money lenders that you know and get them in your phone. Get in contact with them and get pre-approved. Because when the right deal comes along, or if you do find the right deal, you can pounce on it and you can compete with guys like this. I'm Corey Dutton. I'm a private money lender. Take my contact info and put it into your phone right now. And when you get some time, reach out to me and let me get you pre-approved to purchase the type of properties that you want to buy. That way, the likes of Don Mullen and Pretium Partners won't have a chance of putting you out of business.